Hello, boxing fans. My name's Evan Jacobs. Happy Thanksgiving. I figured I would do a special Thanksgiving edition. There were some other fights I was going to do. We'll talk about that. Let's just get right to this fight. Gennadiy Golovkin, it was just announced. Well, we pretty much knew this was going to be happening. He's going to be fighting December 18th against Kamil Szeremeta. And this is going to be happening at the Hard Rock Casino in Hollywood. Should be an interesting bout. Golovkin's 38, Szeremeta's 31. Golovkin is 5'10", Szeremeta's 5'9". They are both middleweights, 160 pounds. Golovkin's reach 70. I kind of guessed on Szeremeta's. Golovkin has 41 fights, 35 knockouts, one loss. That loss to Canelo Alvarez. And then Szeremeta has 21 wins, no losses, but not a lot of knockouts, only 5 knockouts or only 5 stoppage losses. So this bout's scheduled for 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds, 10-point must scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule waived. Folks, let's get right to it. This should be interesting, just in the sense of, can Szeremeta outpoint him, and can he keep Golovkin off of him? Does he have that ability? We all know that Gennadiy Golovkin hits like a ton of bricks. We all know that he can take a good shot. The fact that Szeremeta, I don't believe, hits that hard, will that force Golovkin, is he going to not respect Szeremeta? Is he going to steamroll him or not? But can Szeremeta be kind of cagey and tricky and make this sort of an ugly fight for him? And one thing that Golovkin wants to do is he wants to look impressive, but he is coming in against an undefeated fighter. So, it's interesting. I know they're trying to set up on DAZN. They want to make a case for, Canelo Alvarez versus Triple G3. If Golovkin comes in and just crushes him, that fight certainly looks better, especially given the things that have happened with Canelo recently, where he left DAZN in Golden Boy, and now he's back on DAZN, but he's not under the Golden Boy banner. And I would like to apologize. I was going to do a Thanksgiving bout with Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, but then once I realized that this bout with Golovkin was happening, I kind of wanted to do it. And then I'm also next going to be doing Jojo Diaz versus Rakhimov, Joseph Parker versus Junior Fa, Tim Zhu, and then if I can, and then probably Estrada Ring Vasai next, or Rung Vasai next, and then there's the Zurdo Ramirez fight that I'd like to do. It just depends on time and trying to get all these in. I generally only do one of these a week, but since I was off, I was like, hey, let's do a Thanksgiving podcast, just kind of do something fun for everyone, and let's see. And right now you have Szeremeta. He's landing on Golovkin. He will go into the body, go into the head. So, so far this bout is the kind of thing is this going to be a Sergey Derevchenko kind of situation for Gennadiy Golovkin, where Szeremeta is with him and fights with him and gives a great account of himself and maybe even beats him? A lot of people thought that Derevchenko beat Gennadiy Golovkin. Will Golovkin break down Szeremeta, go to the body, set up some shots up top, and eventually crush him? Or just beat him? We'll have to see. Personally, I think this bout's going to go a bit long, and we're in it. We have Thanksgiving. I ate early, and then I kind of went for a walk. I drank a cup of coffee, my second one today, just to kind of be ready. Worked on some other things, and now here I am. So we're done with the first round. From what I saw, it looked like Golovkin probably won it, but we'll have to see. One judge giving it to Golovkin, one judge giving it to Szeremeta, and another judge giving it to Golovkin. So Golovkin up by a point. Okay, can Szeremeta build on this? Can he continue to be sort of a bee in the bonnet of Gennadiy Golovkin? Oh, look at this. Szeremeta coming in, and he's taking the fight to Gennadiy Golovkin. We'll see. Can he keep this up? Has he found a way to sort of fight on the dime, kind of like Paul Spadafora used to? Paul Spadafora didn't really hit that hard, but he was quite effective doing it. Can Kamil Szeremeta do that against Gennadiy Golovkin? He's going to the body right now. And let's not forget that Szeremeta is only 31, Golovkin's 38. Is Golovkin ripe for the taking? We're going to have to see. Right now, I'm telling you, I like what I'm seeing from Szeremeta. He's being very, very competitive. And sure, maybe he doesn't hit that hard, but you never know. And we're not in there taking the punches. And maybe Golovkin's feeling them, more so than he might otherwise. Uppercut by Gennadiy Golovkin. And, I think, at least me, I was expecting him to kind of come out steamrolling him. But right now you have Szeremeta. And Szeremeta's being very effective with a body attack. And he's coming upstairs. And, so far, this bout is a lot more interesting than at least I thought it was going to be. We're almost in the final minute of the second round. And we'll see. Can Szeremeta continue to do this? Golovkin, against the ropes, something that we're not used to seeing. And wow. Okay. Did Golovkin just steal the round with that? He wobbled Szeremeta, effectively getting him off of him. We'll see. Oh, and Golovkin going to the body now. Okay, now we're seeing the Gennadiy Golovkin that we're used to seeing. Maybe he sort of feels like, okay, look, I wanted to get some rounds in, but this guy's really coming to win, and yada yada yada. I need to end this. And I hope that everyone watching this, for whatever holiday you celebrated, you had a nice day today. It's a shame that this coronavirus thing has sort of separated everybody. But, hopefully if you were around family, which I was, it was very nice. We had a nice meal. We watched part of the show, and then we sort of retired into our respective areas. All right, so we're 2 rounds in. We got 10 rounds to go. It's even on one judge's scorecard. Oh, one judge gives it to Golovkin. Another judge has it even. So Gennadiy Golovkin up by 2 points. Is he going to start taking it over here? Has he been woken up as we enter the third round? He misses with an uppercut. And Kamil Szeremeta has shown he's come to win tonight, folks. And he's trying to be cagey. He's trying to fight from a distance. And he's being fairly effective in parts, although Gennadiy Golovkin is currently ahead by a few points. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're watching, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links. As I said, I like to do 1 podcast a week. Sometimes it's more, like it is this week. Who knows, maybe you're around the holidays. There'll be a bunch more. Anton Porch, you asked for it. You're going to be getting Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. I'm putting a square around that, making sure that happens. There's just some upcoming bouts that I'd like to get out of the way beforehand, especially as we head into December. And like I said, we're going to be doing Jojo Diaz next. And then I'm hoping to do Joseph Parker. Hopefully we can get to that. Tim Zhu, hopefully if we have time for that. And then the Zurdo Ramirez. And then there's talk that Estrada Rungvisai 3, I think, is going to happen. So either way, we got a lot of stuff to do. We have a lot of bouts. And one thing I'm hoping is that in Japan is that we get the end of the year fights in Japan. And right now, guys, Gennadiy Golovkin's having a very good round. He's fighting like the Golovkin of old. He's using his angles, and going to the body, coming up top, and but give Kamil Szeremeta some credit, because he is with him. He's fighting. He's trying to stay with us. But Gennadiy Golovkin is counterpunching now. And that ultimately could be the undoing for Szeremeta, as Golovkin kind of backpedaling, which I didn't really expect to see. I thought he would be coming forward more in this fight. He's finding a way, and it seems to be a better strategy for him to counterpunch and just land on Kamil Szeremeta. All right. So Golovkin again, I think starting to really kind of take this over. He's bruised Szeremeta's rib. Golovkin really negating him in that round 10-8, 10-9, 10-9 on the judges' scorecards. So we'll see right now if Gennadiy Golovkin has figured him out. Is he going to start pulling ahead, and is he going to go to the body and take out Kamil Szeremeta? Although Szeremeta doing well. Although Golovkin doing well too. 3 shots to the body, folks. And I'm telling you, if Kamil Szeremeta is going to lose this fight, it's because Gennadiy Golovkin has figured him out and has drawn him into traps. Oh, and right now, folks, I'm telling you, I give Kamil Szeremeta all the credit in the world for coming forward. He's having some success, but Gennadiy Golovkin, I really think, is pulling ahead and is counterpunching shots. You can just tell they're having more of an effect on Szeremeta than the shots of Szeremeta are having on Golovkin, and it makes sense. I mean, Golovkin, has 35 knockouts in 40 fights. Szeremeta is, out of his 21 fights, it's only knocked out or stopped 5 of his opponents. All right, and now Golovkin but it's odd. He has him against the ropes, but he's reticent to kind of finish him up with the attack. And maybe he just wants to get some rounds, and maybe he feels that he has Szeremeta where he wants him. He's kind of counterpunching. But I'm going to say something, man. Szeremeta not doing bad, and if Szeremeta, can figure out a way to survive, I don't think he's going to win, but right now Gennadiy Golovkin is certainly working off the ring rust, and he's landing shots like that, folks. And as we close out this round, we have 8 more rounds to go, and Gennadiy Golovkin is breaking down Kamil Szeremeta. Oh, Szeremeta has a bruised rib. They're saying that Golovkin's tired. One judge has it even. Another judge gives it 10-9. Another judge gives it 10-8. So Gennadiy Golovkin up by 9 points, folks, as we move into the 5th round. And if he's tired, like right there, it's going to give Kamil Szeremeta chances to do certain things in this fight. And once again, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can find me Boxing Time with Evan. That basically is sort of a shadow site for this. I mainly just do minor like updates for like the big fights, and then I'll like sort of post, like I did that for the Daniel Dubois Joe Joyce bout that's happening on Saturday. I did a post for that. Although we do have a fight coming up on ESPN Plus. I did not do it, the Yoka Christian Hammer fight, so that should be interesting. But yeah, you can give me a follow there. But if you like what you're seeing here on Boxing Time TV, please share these links. Direct message me. Let me know what bouts you want to see. And also, at the same time, like, comment, and subscribe. I like all comments, good or bad. I'm not in any way, I can take it. I understand what this podcast is. I know it's not the most amazing podcast in the world. I'm thankful for you listening, and hopefully you find it unique. A lot of, there's a lot of great podcasts. Like, I love listening to the Sports Illustrated podcast with Chris Mannix. But if I was going to do a boxing podcast, if I was like, I'd like to do something where we could actually see a fight and I kind of commentate and talk about it but I love all the, I love a lot of podcasts that are just the talking head type stuff, the conjecture. I think it's very interesting because it lets me think about things in a different way. Like a lot of people are talking about the things that Deontay Wilder is saying about his loss, still saying about his loss to Tyson Fury. And while I don't necessarily believe a lot of the things that Deontay Wilder apparently believes about that loss, I think it's interesting, and that's the beauty of having all this stuff available to us. And right now, Kamil Szeremeta is doing pretty good, standing in front of Gennadiy Golovkin, going to the body. If Golovkin is tired, this is one of those things that Golovkin is fighting in a way that he's giving Szeremeta a lot of chances. And right now, Szeremeta is fighting at a distance, so Golovkin isn't able to land and counter the way that he was earlier in this fight and sort of being able to put himself ahead. So, we'll see if Golovkin can kind of change that up as we come into the final seconds of the fifth round, maybe going into the other round. We have 7 more rounds left, folks, and this bout is far from over, as Kamil Szeremeta may be getting a second win and may be able to find a way to pull this out. It says that both fighters are tired. One judge gives it to Szeremeta. One judge gives it to Golovkin. Another judge gives it to Golovkin. So Golovkin's now up by 10 points. We're moving into the 6th round. So, Golovkin doing well, but Szeremeta comes out and cracks him and lets him know, hey, I am here. So I give Szeremeta all the credit in the world, folks. He came to win. He's fighting to win, and Golovkin is landing. And we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see as this continues to go on. And maybe this is what Golovkin wants. Maybe he wants to get these kind of rounds and to get himself. Maybe this could be the kind of thing where maybe he doesn't have the greatest performance, and maybe that gets him a fight that he really wants. Although him looking spectacular in this fight would help him in real life, would help him secure a Canelo fight. It would really help, especially if Canelo is doing good business with the zone. It's a win-win for everybody. And, who doesn't want to see Triple G and Canelo one more time, even though I think, although I thought Golovkin won the first bout, I don't know. I kind of think that Canelo could maybe very easily win the third bout, although we have done that third bout on here on Boxing Time TV, so I will link that to this bout. And you're talking to a guy that loves Triple G. You're talking to a guy who has set up Triple G's dressing room, and I was able to do that because of the boxing promoter that I work for, Roy Engelbrecht. He does a lot of work with K2, which is Tom Loeffler's company. And so I would go up and I would just help out, and it was awesome. So these guys are trading now, and you can see, like right there, Szeremeta lands flush on Golovkin. Golovkin then hits him, and Szeremeta looks like he's about to fall out of the ring when he gets hit. Oh, look at Szeremeta going to the body, fighting off the ropes here. He's not winning, but he's doing something to keep Golovkin off of him. Oh, another body shot. Oh, but Szeremeta comes back with a body shot. He's cagey, folks. He's cagey. He's fighting at a distance, and he's able to move and maneuver in such a way that he can be in front of Golovkin and he can be successful, or at least survive. So successful. I don't know if successful was the right word there. All right, so they're just sort of, looking at one another, sizing one another up. And, but right now, neither of them, they'll go for like stretches where they won't throw a lot of shots. And look at Szeremeta continuing to go to the body. That's got to take something out of Golovkin. I don't care that he doesn't hit hard. And Szeremeta is showing fairly good defense. So they're saying that Golovkin's obviously tired. Szeremeta's obviously tired and has a bruised rib. One judge giving that to Golovkin 10-8, another judge giving it to him 10-9, another 10-8. So they're obviously seeing that Kamil Szeremeta is behind now by 15 points. So we will see. Is Golovkin going to end this now? Has he been done toying around with him, or is Kamil Szeremeta going to survive? Right now, folks. Oh, it looks like he's going to survive. Golovkin goes to the body, but then kind of backs off and takes some shots. So what I think we're going to do right now is, and this sometimes happens on Boxing Time TV, and I'm okay with it. We got 6 more rounds to go. This is going to kind of settle in to just being one of those bouts where, Golovkin wins by a wide margin. And you know what? That's okay. I'm going to pull up my chair, sit back, and enjoy. Showing, that he is still fundamentally sound, showing that he still has, a lot of his skills, and that, he can fight, all 12 rounds. I know that, some people kind of wonder about such things. What is his ability, his skill set now? Is he how much did the loss to Canelo Alvarez take out of him? I'll be honest, I don't think it took a lot out of him. I just don't think it was that bad of a loss, personally. All right, so Szeremeta going to the body now, pushing Golovkin. Oh, man, look at that. Oh, and Golovkin going to the head now, kind of pushing him into the ropes. And I would not be surprised if they're going to tell us that Kamil Szeremeta has a broken rib. And look at Szeremeta, though, still hitting hard. And he's game. He's losing, but I personally don't think he's being blown out. I think he's being cagey. I mean, he's not winning, but he's not. He's in there against Triple G, and he's doing all right. Is he doing as well as Sergey Derevchenko? No. So 10-8 again. 10-8 and 10-8. So Golovkin has pulled ahead as we go into the 8th round. There are 5 more rounds to go. I'm going to be right back, folks. Golovkin ahead by 18 points. Wait, no, how much? Hold on. Wait. By 21 points. I apologize. You guys see, I'm obviously not a math guy. All right, so sorry about that. Had to go downstairs and tend to some business. But look at that, Kamil Szeremeta, folks. I'm telling you, he's losing, but he's not losing terribly. it seems. All right here. Oh, Golovkin hit him with an uppercut. Wow, Szeremeta takes a good shot, folks. He takes a good shot, and look, he's still in there. He's not just leaning against the ropes. He's jabbing. He's oh wow and Golovkin hurt. Just as I say that, Golovkin hurts him and knocks him down with a crushing 1-2. Although Szeremeta gets up, folks. Szeremeta gets up. He's undefeated, so he doesn't know what it's like to lose. And look at that, Gennadiy Golovkin doing that. So Gennadiy Golovkin's going to certainly secure this round. And I give Kamil Szeremeta credit for continuing to just be in there, consistently throwing punches and trying. So 10-8. So 10-8, 10-8. Once again, 10-8. All for Kamil Szeremeta. Golovkin is now up by 27 points. As we move in, yeah, I'm doing that correctly. And hey, give Gennadiy Golovkin credit. This is his first fight back in a while, and he is, the whole pandemic and everything. Oh, but look at that, he's got him hurt now. He's going to the body, and Kamil Szeremeta now taking it, and can Kamil Szeremeta figure this out? Oh, and he's taking a lot of shots now. He's taking a lot of shots, folks. He's taking a lot of shots. We're in the ninth round. You can tell that Gennadiy Golovkin wants to end it. He's messed around long enough. Oh, I'm just continuing to land. Gennadiy Golovkin has been unleashed, folks. We're seeing him break down this undefeated fighter now. And you got to give Kamil Szeremeta all the credit in the world. He's gotten into the ninth round, but, he has the skills to be here. But does he have the skills to not only stay here, is it really worth it to stay here, especially because he has a broken has a broken rib, and Gennadiy Golovkin would wants this to be his 36th knockout. Oh, just continuing to punch him into the ropes, folks. Gennadiy Golovkin. He hasn't looked amazing in here, but he's getting the job done. All right, folks, we're saying Golovkin's obviously tired. Szeremeta is exhausted. 10-8s across the board as Gennadiy Golovkin is up by 33 points, folks. They're not going to stop this. If Szeremeta had a broken rib, then maybe they would. They're certainly not going to stop this now. But It's been entertaining. It's been pretty much what I thought it would be. We have three more rounds. We are in the championship round, and I give Kamil Szeremeta, he's still landing. He's still finding ways to do things to Gennadiy Golovkin. It's just not enough. And now Golovkin wobbles him again. Golovkin goes to the body. He's pot shotting him, folks. And Kamil Szeremeta is just a strong, tough guy. Comes from that Polish boxing school, and he is certainly in this. And Golovkin he's seemingly hitting him at will now. Once again, you are watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links. Please tell your family and friends. Just let people know. And hopefully this, comes on at the time, when I eventually get this up where, hey, it's Thanksgiving. People sitting back. Maybe tomorrow if you're doing Black Friday and you're on a line somewhere. Hopefully, that'll be okay. All right, and here he goes. Gennadiy Golovkin just finding a way, and now he's doing those little things where he gets in, he gets out, he lands his shots, pop, pop, pop. So in the final minute of this, the 10th round, driving Kamil Szeremeta back into the ropes, and and continuing to go to the body, just beating him up. And the thing about Gennadiy Golovkin is this started early in the early portion of the fight, around the third or fourth round. Once he was able to draw, Gennadiy Golovkin wasn't having that kind of success coming forward, so he sort of changed his game plan, started kind of counterpunching, and then started to really land on Szeremeta. That wore Szeremeta down. Szeremeta had some moments in the middle of the fight, but it's pretty much been all Gennadiy Golovkin all night. Szeremeta's had some moments, and Szeremeta's been tough and he's been cagey, but it just hasn't been enough. Oh, and going to the body is Gennadiy Golovkin. Oh, Gennadiy Golovkin doesn't even get a knockdown. Gets 10-8, 10-8, and 10-7 across the board. We're going into the 11th round. Gennadiy Golovkin up by 40 points, folks. So, this is academic at this point. I mean, Szeremeta needs a knockout. We know by his record he's not going to get a knockout, but, he needs it. And maybe he'll go for it. Maybe he'll try for it. It remains to be seen. Gennadiy Golovkin certainly having his moments here, landing, doing well. We're in the 11th round, and yeah, he's going to the body. Oh, and hits him with a left hand. Gennadiy Golovkin really getting that rust off tonight, folks. Having a fairly dominant performance. I mean, I don't know that it's going to give Canelo Alvarez any sleepless nights, but it's the kind of thing. He's certainly still showing that hey, he's not done, and he had a young undefeated guy in here, very solid boxer, and it ultimately was not enough. Although right there, Szeremeta lands with the uppercut, and and Golovkin respects his opponents, and so I'm sure maybe he would be more up for this if this was Canelo Alvarez. But hey, this is still entertaining. It's still it's the kind of thing. There was drama, and Szeremeta gave a good account of himself. It wasn't just a one-sided beating. Golovkin wobbling him, wobbling. I always think, oh, there's going to be some final knockout, and maybe there will be. Golovkin still has plenty of time. He has 3.5 minutes. But we will see. And that's the thing. I would personally, I don't know. I'm not sure that I want to see. I don't know what Golovkin should do at this point in his career. I mean, he is 38. I don't know that the Charlos, like, I don't think him fighting Jamal Charlo is a good idea. There was a time I thought that it was, but I just think, Golovkin is 38 years old and a very good fighter. And hasn't really taken a beating, hasn't really been in too tremendously tough a fight because he's been so good. And now Szeremeta has a broken rib. As we go into the 12th round, Golovkin once again 10-8s across the board. So he's up by 46 points. He's up by 44. Sorry, I'm so bad at math. Okay, I can't even do it. It's 18. So yeah. He's up by 46 points. Wow. I should probably have more confidence. Now watch, the computer will stop this in the 12th round. Won't even give Szeremeta I hope they do, because Szeremeta certainly has fought with a bruised rib since I think the first or second round, and he's fought admirably, and I give him a lot of credit because he's thrown punches the whole time. He's landed. He's still standing in front of Gennadiy Golovkin. He was dropped once. He's taken shots along the ropes, but he's still been in this fight. He's a tough game fighter, and hopefully that we're going to see that when they fight for real on December 18th. All right. So right now, Golovkin just getting him against the ropes, throwing his shots. Just trying to land. You have Szeremeta doing his thing, still against the ropes, not being as busy as we want him to be, and Golovkin missing with 2 uppercuts and pays the price and gets hit by an uppercut from Szeremeta. Unfortunately, though, Szeremeta doesn't have the kind of power to really, make Golovkin pay when he misses. Oh, and he's landing with him. He's throwing some shots, and we're in the final minute now, folks. We're in the final minute, and give Kamil Szeremeta credit. He's hung in there. He's hung tough. He's keeping Gennadiy Golovkin off of him. Golovkin, who knows? Maybe at this point Golovkin's carrying him and wants to give him he lost, but he went the distance with Gennadiy Golovkin on his resume. One can never tell, but it would take an act of God right now for and not that that's not possible. I'm certainly a believer, but it would take something just extraordinary for Kamil Szeremeta to pull off an upset. But look, he's fighting and he's standing in the center of the ring and he's showing good defense and he's landing and he's pushing out his punches. And so, he's not in range to be hit. So we're in the final seconds. Great job, both fighters. Gennadiy Golovkin just, outclassed him for most of the fight. And we'll go to the decision. It'll be pretty much academic. I don't think we're going to have a surprise verdict, folks. It's just the way that this game works. Unlike the real boxing game. All right, the judges are adding their scorecards. And the winner is Golovkin by 51 points. The winner is Gennadiy Golovkin by unanimous decision. The fight lasted 12 rounds. Golovkin was not knocked down. Szeremeta was knocked down one time and has a broken rib. Scores are 119, 103, 119, 104, 120, 100. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. Once again, if you like what you see here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share these links. And direct message me. Let me know what you think of the channel. And let me know if there's other fights that you want to see. And at Boxing Time TV, our motto is, why wait? Watch it now, then watch the real thing when it airs and compare. Thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. We'll see you next time, and happy Thanksgiving.